how is Qatar Cargo seeing the projection from here into the next 5-10 years for the pharma business?
Yeah.
What do you hear from your customers?
What we're seeing is a higher demand for specialization.
Mm-hmm.
So there's, with the existing services offered, that caters to everything, you can't really be specific enough to the particular needs of the specific products. So as I was mentioning before, the clinical trials, cell gene therapies, which are maybe not big volumes, but they are they're more frequent, they're smaller, but again they need
Equally important and
particular departure, arrival times, temperature conditions, monitoring. We need to make sure that everything is transported as planned. So we see that the market is moving towards that more specialization.
You see that also the market is growing in some
pharma market
countries.
We see that it grows year over year. We have seen the trend for the past decade and the projections for the future. We have consistent growth.
Mm-hmm.
And we see that in our numbers itself. We grow year over year. We invest in capabilities. We invest in infrastructure, in our equipment as well, in our terminal in Doha. So we grow with the market. We retain a quite decent market share, which has been stable and slightly increasing year over year. Where we expect to continue in that direction. By introducing more categories or more specialized categories and subcategories into our pharma program. Of course, this most recent ULD that you introduced to the market, it has one particularity, which is it's a ULD itself, so we can fix it to the aircraft frame and in our case maximize the cargo load. So that's already a positive. And it can be booked through two of our product subcategories, the Pharma Critical Advanced and the Pharma Advanced. We can lease these containers for our customers. Whoever has validated your unit and is willing to use it, we can rent it on their behalf. And that where it fits in our product portfolio. And I hope that we can serve our common customers moving forward with this container.
Yeah, very often also Qatar is being a question from customers, and we're saying they are very reliable services.
We have a great setup, as mentioned earlier. We invest continuously in our infrastructure, capabilities, training, supplier management. As you know, we are IATA CIV Pharma certified as well. Transit through Doha, being transported the pharma product in a container such the Pegasus. There's absolutely no risk because that's very well protected within the container. However, also with our procedures and our setup in Doha, the container is always stored at the required temperature, and there's absolutely no risk whatsoever for the product that is inside. So going via Doha is probably even an advantage because we have the right setup to make sure that the container is handled appropriately.
One last question for you. What advice would you give to a customer, a freight forwarder that's starting into the pharma business?
I think for whoever that is starting, that is getting into the healthcare logistics, healthcare transportation or air freight, the key is to understand the product needs, is to make sure that that person or that organization or that team has the right knowledge, the right training, that's also infrastructure-wise, they have the right setup, because you cannot start doing the healthcare transportation, pharma transportation, if you don't have the right infrastructure, the right equipment, if you don't have the trained personnel, if you don't have a good quality management system. So there are a few basics that you need to have. So it's not only one or two things, but there's a few things that I believe that you need to build on first, and then you can confidently go out to the market and then look for customers to move their shipments with you.
Okay,
so first of all, get your house in order, and then go out.
So collaboration between the partners.
Although it might sound like a buzzword, I'm a firm advocate of discussing with partners, with customers, with shippers, having tripartite conversations in terms of how we can improve the supply chain in general, and healthcare supply chain in
Correct.
particular.
So Qatar wants to get the goods in the best shape and condition to destination,
Absolutely.
as we want to move the goods in our container as well in proper shape and condition so that customers
Exactly.
get their
And
products.
collectively, as an industry,
Absolutely.
all make sure that we improve our processes and the way we work
Yeah.
to make sure that the products are always treated in the same way, in a standard manner, at any of the touch points.